What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we got a good one. We're gonna be installing my new steering wheel, NRG Short Hub, and NRG Quick Release, and we got the hardware from Z-Spec. Putting this in the Genesis. Interior needs a little bit of love. I don't know, the stock steering wheel doesn't really have like an appeal to me. I don't use any of the call buttons. I don't use the volume. I don't even know what this is, change songs maybe. I don't use any of that, and it just doesn't really look that nice. It's kind of worn. But this new one's gonna be a big upgrade, and I can't wait to put it on. I love the packaging on their product. But this is actually the first generation for the Genesis Coupe. I just found out this takes out the clock spring, which I didn't know they made a new one where you can still utilize that. And if you guys don't know what the clock spring is, we'll get into it later in the video. But here's the short hub. And here's the thing that everyone loves the most. Got this stuff in here. No one really cares about that. And then I went with the 2.5 version, I believe, with the little paddle things on the back. And I got the carbon fiber option with the carbon fiber ring. I just feel like it would go nicely inside. And then they give you the hardware so you can install it. And I believe these are for ground for the horn. If you guys are ever in need of hardware, hit up Z-Spec Design for sure. That's where I got my wide body hardware through. They just have some really quality parts. Like, look, individually packaged bolts. There's 6 of them here to bolt it to the steering wheel to the quick release. I went with the black titanium. Can't go wrong with that. Very sleek look, doesn't stand out. Important part, the part I cannot wait about, is the CamberGang steering wheel. There was 100 made and only 50 were of the leather, which this is number 8 of 50. Kayla got me this and the short hub for Christmas. So shout out to Kayla, and then I just picked that up for the install. Really cannot wait to get this in. I wanted this a couple years ago when they came out, and I ended up not getting it and regretted it. She was able to find one used for sale. It looks brand new, and I'm excited to get this thing installed on the Genesis, because you know, big CamberGang. This is like the worst time of year. It's like 6 o'clock and it's already dark outside. I absolutely hate this time of year because you just get so tired so early, and there's like so much more of the day still. And you just kind of feel wasted because by the time it gets dark, you just want to go to bed. And what sucks even more, I normally love working with the garage door open, but can't do that. It's winter time. We haven't got a good snowfall yet, but I know it's coming. I know I've been saying this since we first moved into this place, is I need to get better lighting. I want to do it in the summertime, didn't get around to it. But if I'm going to be inside here making videos, I really need to upgrade the lighting in here, make it a lot brighter, easier to see, because I feel like the camera doesn't do as good a quality. And like this, like I got to have a little setup. Let's get into taking off the stock steering wheel. So I don't know how well the lighting is for you guys, but there's a screw right in here. You kind of see the divot, and there's one on each side of the thing, and that's what holds the airbag on. But before you guys go touching the airbag, make sure you guys unplug your battery. I don't want to see this exploding in your guys' faces or my face. Make sure you guys unplug your battery just to eliminate that chance anytime you're working with electrical. So you're gonna have 2 little plugs on the bottom. You basically want to pop a screwdriver underneath the yellow thing and pop them out, and then the airbag should pull off. Under like this. Oh, there you go. And just kind of get under it a little bit and then turn the screwdriver, and they pop right out for the most part. Maybe a little wiggling. So the next step is we need to get a socket, and I'm going to use the impact to take this nut off, but it's a 22 socket, and I'm just going to put on the impact. Comes right off. But like I said, you don't want to take it all the way off. You want to leave some of it still threaded on, just enough so when you're yanking on the steering wheel, it's not going to hit you in the face. There you go. No, that wasn't too bad to get this off. There's some where you got to get a wheel puller and stuff like that. They do make a tool, and you don't really want to mess with this too much. This is what I was talking about as the clock spring. So most short or quick releases, you can leave this. This is so when you have your turn signal on, you turn back, it like puts this back automatically. With this gone, you're gonna have to manually turn off your turn signals, And it's just a lot of extra work. I don't know why they didn't make a version from the start that keeps this, because don't quote me, I'm going to put a picture on the screen of the new version, as they call it, which utilizes this. You can shove the wires through, and I think it comes with the resistors to turn off the airbag light, and run your horn wires through, so that way you can have a usable horn. Because without it, once we remove this, we're going to lose all the wiring and all that stuff. So it kind of sucks, honestly. But I think I'm going to invest in the other one and swap it into here, so that way we can retain the automatic turn off of the turn signals and keep a horn wired up. So that'll probably be in a separate video once I end up buying that and showing you guys how to wire up the horn. But for the next step, we're gonna have to take apart the trim pieces, and I believe it's just the 2 screws, and you gotta pop them apart from each other. I lied, there is another screw down here. Gotta kind of wiggle that around the start, the key ignition. And once you get it to this point, there's just a bunch of clips. I believe there's like 5 total, I think. Some on the bottom, some on the top. With the clock spring out, we are ready now to start putting in the hub and installing the steering wheel. So we have the short hub, and you see the little dot on the very top right there? That is the indicator for the point at the top. It also has the NRG logo on it, right there. And you're basically going to want to line that up directly top, because you wanted to make sure your steering wheel was center before doing this, or else your steering wheel is always going to be a little crooked. So like that's dead center for me. And then you basically repeat, and you put this nut back on, hit it with the impact. Don't be like me, don't forget to put the washer that was on the nut back on it. Not all the way though. I mean, I'm going to tighten it with the impact, but then you want to torque it. Don't actually know what the exact torque spec is for this, but this is what I was talking about, where the new one has a slot at the top where you could leave room for this plug and everything, so you can actually run wires for the horn, and all these wires are basically just going to get tucked up in here. You're getting rid of a few accessories by using this one, because I don't even know why there's wires with it, because you can't hook up the horn because there's nothing on the back side to hook it up to. But this will be good for now. You got just the hub, and from here on is when you install the short hub. It's going to be this piece, and it's going to be the same thing as the other side. There's a top to it. There's a little tiny dot. It's really hard to see, and you're just going to line it up with this dot. And they included the hardware, so and the Allen key if you bought an NRG one. I know there's a lot of different brands, but you're just going to snug all these up. They don't have to be like crazy tight, just tight enough. You don't gotta go crazy torquing them. Just like that. You want to make sure it's centered also. So there's gonna be a little dot indent, which is for the top. So everything should still be lined up. And you're gonna want to position the top of the steering wheel. And like I said, the hardware is from Z-Spec Design. One thing I will say is, I don't know the actual size of the steering wheel I ended up getting, but it does feel a lot smaller and a little bit closer to me actually from how it's sitting. I don't know the exact measurement. I should have measured from how close it was, but it almost feels like it's like closer to me. We gotta go get the final piece of the puzzle. Here it is, guys, the final piece, the horn. And I believe I'm still missing a horn retainer. If any of you guys have horns that don't fit, I just learned this also from talking to a couple people. There's like a spacer that also goes between here. It's almost like a latch. And it's for this little pin right here. It latches onto it, so that way your horn isn't falling out. Because I know a lot of people don't even put the horns in to start, just because they're always popping out. But here's the new cockpit, guys. Tell me what you guys think. It definitely feels smaller, but it feels good. Like, I really like the way this looks in here. Hey! And there you go. So we do have it installed, and just to put it back on, it just snaps right back in place. And this is pretty much the install, guys. Tell me what you guys think. But just look at that with the red interior. I think it looks fire in there, guys. It looks so good. I can't wait to get seats installed to go with this. Give it more of a little bit of race car vibe. I gotta do some other interior stuff, but I definitely think it was a good touch. Tell me what you guys think. Do you guys like the quick releases, or are you guys not really a fan of quick releases?
I hate
Alright, since Kayla bought me this for Christmas, we gotta get her reaction and what she thinks about it in the car. You gotta squeeze on past her though.
What do you think, Theo?
Pup.
Looks good.
It looks a lot better than the stock wheel.
Looks weird.
It does look, it sticks out a lot further too. Looks pretty good, don't it? Especially once I get the new seats in there. Huh?
Shout out to Tyler, keeping this a secret.
Yeah, they played a trick on me about the steering wheel. I really thought she didn't buy it, because I was going to buy it for myself and she didn't buy it. And she bought it from him and kind of kept it a secret. And they played it off like he already sold it to someone else. Theo.
Theo!
What do you think, buddy? Hey. Hey. Oh, did I spook you? What do you think? You like it? He's like, I don't care, Dad. I'm just cool. I'd love to take this thing for a rip right now and get a feel for how I like the new steering wheel, but I can't do that right now. So I'm gonna end the video here. If you guys are interested in the short hub and quick release, also I have the same ones I bought down in the description. If you guys made it this far, as always, I appreciate every single one of you guys. If you guys are new, make sure you guys subscribe, hit the like button, and as always, stay Stancy. I'll see you guys in the next one.